Hi everyone, let's talk about Aew Collision from April 11th, 2026, which was a very good episode. Let's talk about it. The Dogs defeated Misto and Jet Speed to become the new AEW Trios champions, and this was a fun match, and it ended when the Dogs elated Speedball Mike Bailey, and then afterwards, Roderick Strong and Orange Cassidy appeared on the Titron and booked themselves a match against the new champs on Dynasty. And OC was on the phone, Orange Cassidy, with their mystery partner, but forgot to ask if it was in. And Roderick Strong made him call back, but was sure he'll be down. We get a recap with a United Empire in which Will Ospreay calls the crew his brothers and little brother. Killam Newsman says the group may have their difference, but they'll always have each other's back, and the group will be at Dynasty for Will Ospreay's Continental title match with Jon Moxley. Then, after a backstage showing how the team in the next following match, Chris Statlander and Shida faced Ava Lawless and GC Ray, which this was a swash match, guys, with Chris Statlander and Shida fences Ava Lawless and GC Ray, which you guys know who GC Ray, she was, where the independent scene, guys, in MLW as well. And Eva Lawless is in the indies as well, in the indie circuit as well and stuff. So let's carry on and talk about this swash match. So this was a swash, and Chris Statlander blind tagged in to get the pin, which Shida did not like. She teased attacking her partner behind, but when Chris Statlander turned around, she smiled and wanted a hug. Then after a hype video for Hyan and Mayrold, we get a tape from Death Riders, and Jon Moxley talks about how much he loves their Chaos in Canada match on Wednesday, but question whether Will Ospreay can last 20 minutes with him standing on Will Ospreay's questionable neck. He says it's them against the world, and Daniel Garcia resumes that to sign off. I'll say it again, guys. He says it's them against the world, and Daniel Garcia reforms that to sign off. Then Roosh defeated Anthony Bowens to claim the second spot at Dynasty Casino Gotland for the TNT title, and Anthony Bowens was in control after a break and managed to counter the Horns once, but Sicily got them for messaging with El Toro Blento. I don't know how to say it, but with the El Toro Blento. Then the Brawling Birds promo where Alex Winter promised to send Maria Shafir with the, I'll say it again, guys. Brawling Birds promo where Alex Winter promised to send Maria Shafir to the hospital so she can keep Moxley's company, where after her man left the Death Riders leader needing medical care, and Jimmy Hayter says the title is her life and she's thinking it from Tekla at Dynasty. Then, after a hype video for the world title match between MJF and Kenny Omega, then the Hart Syndicate faced Andy Anderson and Mo Jory, which this was a swash match as well, guys, with the Hart Syndicate taking on Andy Anderson and Mo Jory. This was a swash match. Let's talk about it. The crowd loved the Hart Syndicate hyping for everything, and the fellas did in the ring with MVP before and after. Then I'll say it again, Mia Sharakawa and Harley Cameron seemed to be getting drunk together backstage, telling Nis Naylor their woes, and Harley didn't understand her Chris Statlander daddy, and Mia missing her timeless Tony Storm. Then we had the Young Bucks taking on the Don Callis family, which this was a good tag match, I'm telling you guys, with the Don Callis family versus the Young Bucks. Oh my goodness, let's talk about it. The Young Bucks defeated the Don Callis family, Inchicero and Al Clone, which this was a great one that saw Nick Jackson take care of Inchicero and a penalty. Rocky Romero with super kicks before he and his brother Matt hit hologram evil twin with a Mouser driver. And after a video recapping Chris Jericho's return, then we had Okada fences Ryan Reed for the AEW International title, which was good. Ryan Reed, I'm telling you guys, Ryan Reed, I love Ryan Reed. I'm telling you guys, all the flips and stuff in that match with Okada was good. I'm telling you. Let's talk about it anyways, guys. And Okada defeated Ryan Reed to retain the AEW International title. Reed followed Rascals were out to counter Don Callis and Lance Archer, which was a great match that strength across a break. And Reed countered a tombstone and hits big over the top onto the floor cutter on Okada, but the champ gets his knee up on the following up 450, and a successful tombstone was followed by a successful Rainmaker. Then backstage, Willow Nightingale impressed the nickname the Comeback Killer and throwed out an open challenge, and then for whatever, whenever, which didn't ruled out a dynasty match, and the Defined Dominions, Megan Bain and Lena Cross followed in another scene to say their Sicily Grand may have rolled and high in a shot at their tag team titles at Dynasty and the 0 Hour pre-show, which we already talked about. You know, Dynasty, you can go back and watch my review for Dynasty, everybody. Then we'll also feature Jack Perry fences Mark Davis, which we talked about that already. Then the main event of the Go Home show to Dynasty was the Brawling Birds fences Maria Shafir and Tekla, which this was a fun match. They went out through the where the ringside area, where the barricades and all of that with the crowd, which was cool and stuff, and all of that cool stuff out of the ring and stuff, which was cool with Maria Shafir and Tekla and all of that great stuff, and talking smack to the commentary and all of that great stuff, which was awesome with Tekla and stuff. But let's talk about the match, guys. I'll say it again. I said the Rascals. My apologies. Talking too fast. But anyways, I'll repeat it again, guys. The Brawling Birds, I'll say it again. The Brawling Birds defeated Maria Shafir and Tekla, and this one started with a crazy brawl before the bell even began. Then was won by Alex Winters with 2 birds and 1 stone on Maria Shafir after their tag partner fought each other till they were forced to tag them in. And that's what happened, guys. And I give this collision, guys, an 8.5 out of 10. This was a good collision. I liked it. It was an 8.5 out of 10 for me. So yes, guys, that's all I have to say for this collision review. And yes, guys, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit those notification bells as always, guys. And this is CJD. I'll say it again, this is CJD 2006. And I'll say one more time, this is CJD 2006. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit those notification bells as always, guys. And peace out and take care. Peace out and take care, and much love.